All right, Goose, are you sufficiently spruced up and ready for Ask SP?
Why, yes, Rad. You might say I am the spruced goose.
Oh, excellent. Well, let's waste no time and dive right in with this video question from Lewis.
Hi, GGSP. I have 2 questions for you. 1, will you be going to PAX Australia in Melbourne? And 2, do you know any good couch co-op games for PS4 or Nintendo Switch? Thank you.
Thanks, Lewis. In answer to your first question about whether we'll be going to PAX Australia, but wait, that's on this weekend, right?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Well, we don't have any plans to head there officially as part of the show or anything, but 1 or 2 of us might go incognito, perhaps?
On to your next question about any good couch co-op games for PS4 or Nintendo Switch. Couch co-op. Although some developers seem to be moving towards the trend of online multiplayer, a good couch co-op experience is still a thing quite close to my own little heart.
I tend to agree. And some good ones for the PS4 include Spelunky, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, Little Big Planet 3, and Unravel 1 and 2.
On the Switch, I'm a fan of the Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle co-op mode, Snipper Clips, and Super Mario Party has some fun co-op opportunities. Co-opportunities, get it?
Yes, I do. Well, let's not forget there's a bunch of fun couch co-op games available on both platforms, like Rayman Legends, Overcooked 1 and 2, Minecraft, and some of the LEGO games like LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Oh, and Guacamelee 1 and 2, which are already available on PS4 and are apparently coming to Switch too.
Si, senorita. Now, why don't we vamonos over to this next question from the Dota 2 King in Dota 2 land. You'd be a fan of that.
He's here! Hi, GGSP. I was wondering how or if you can tame dolphins in Minecraft. And if you could give me some tips when playing Dota 2. Thanks, Goose is the best.
Oh, why thanks, Dota 2 King. Really going over the top there. In answer to your first question about taming dolphins in Minecraft, I don't believe you can tame them, at least not currently. But you can feed them, and sometimes they will lead you to shipwrecks or underwater ruins. As for tips for Dota 2, well, that sounds like your domain, Rad.
No, it sure is. Well, I guess for starters, I'd say that Dota is a social game. You're gonna have the best experience if you play with friends. Even better if they already play and they can teach you, and you can just learn together. Next is to start playing bots. If you try online games too early, you're gonna have a really bad time. Start with passive bots and move all the way up. Once you can defeat the hardest bots, then you're ready to play humans.
Good tips there, Rad.
But then, of course, knowing all the items is really important. Oh, and the secret shop. Then there's also team selection, known as your draft, and you know the game can really be won in the draft. It's good to make sure you have a well-balanced team that works well together, but also counters your opponents. And you should make sure you find what position you want to play, because that'll change which heroes you play. So there's mid, off lane, and safe lane, or you can think of them as positions 1 to 5, with 1 getting the most farm and 5 getting the least.
Great, all really great, but...
And if you like playing carries or strength characters, then learning armlet toggling can be really good, because if you can toggle well enough, you can actually save your life. So the way to practice
Rad, put in a Dota spiral. Come back to the show. Come on, back here.
You're right, Goose. Sorry. Sometimes when I start talking Dota, it can be really hard to stop. And the game is intensely strategic, so there's a lot to consider. And hey, if you want to hear me talk more about Dota, you can take a look at our online channels.
Sure, but we have other non-Dota related questions to answer, like this one here from Jackson.
But armlet toggling really is quite great.
No time. What is the most powerful mob in Minecraft? Thanks, Jackson. The most powerful mob in Minecraft. Well, I'd have to say that although the Ender Dragon can be a challenge, I think the Wither Boss is probably the most powerful in my opinion. Or at least the one I think is the toughest. With 300 health points, it's pretty aggressive, regenerates quickly, and grows larger as its health grows. So it makes it hard to regroup after attacks.
I would tend to agree with you there, Goose. And it sure is creepy. Yeah. Now, I see a very important question here from my very own secretary.
You have a secretary?
A secretary.
Oh, I want one.
It's mine. It has come to my attention that, during the stream of Planet Coaster, it became evident that Rad's honour has been insulted by that of GOG in retrospect to the bins within her park. It is in my best interest to defend Rad's honour by writing a formal complaint in which GOG should drink from the noob cup. Thanks, Rad Secretary, Bin Department.
Thanks, Rad Secretary in Planet Coasterland. For those who might not know, GOG is the GGSP team member who runs our weekly live streams. You might call him the Stream Master.
You might indeed. And while I uphold a strict no-bin policy when it comes to constructing worlds in management sims, such as 2 Point Hospital and Planet Coaster, our beloved GOG claims to be pro bin. A few weeks ago during one of our live streams, GOG flooded my precious planet coaster map with those vile rubbish receptacles. Are these bins? I have been sabotaged.
But does this warrant noob cuppery though? Maybe Darren can assess.
Hello, Darren speaking.
Hi Darren, quick question about whether our stream master GOG should drink from the noob cup for, I don't know, insulting Rad's honour with bins or something?
Well, there doesn't appear to be any accusation of actual noobery here. Putting bins in Rad's game isn't exactly noobie, it's just a prank between friends. And in fact, it's probably in the interest of good sanitation. Besides, it's well established that I cannot enforce noob penalties for non-noob offences. Sorry, Rad, this might have to be resolved in another fashion. Might I suggest a duel of some sort?
Oh, duel? Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens on next Friday's live stream, right? Thanks, Darren. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, watch out, GOG, I guess. And on that note, we're out of time. If you have a question for Ask SP, head over here and you can do just that. And remember, we're always keen to answer video questions, so give it a go and you might end up scoring a GGSP pin for your troubles.
A GGSP bin?
No, pin, Rad. I said pin.
I really hate bins, Goose.
I know. I think we all know now.
No bins!